While Caitlin is fantastic, and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA,
players can fly uncharted planes. The league faced backlash on social media when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and the team was seen walking through a Dallas airport. Caitlin Clark is new to this, a potentially sensational player.
Caitlin Clark, the player who single-handedly turned the WNBA into must-watch TV.
Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark.
Just dropped a massive hint that has fans and insiders alike reeling. The basketball phenom, who dominated her rookie season and pulled in record-breaking attendance, might be pulling a U-turn on a job offer that could shake the entire sports world. Yep, you heard that right.
Nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing.
After months of speculation about her potentially heading to Europe, Clark is reportedly reconsidering. What does this mean for the WNBA and for Clark's career? Let's break it down because this could change everything.
But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA,
game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie.
First things first, let's talk about the offer that got everyone buzzing in the first place. For weeks now, rumors have been swirling that Caitlin Clark received a jaw-dropping contract offer from a European team that would catapult her into the highest-earning category in women's basketball. We're not just talking about pocket change here. This is the kind of deal that sets players up for life. Millions in guaranteed money, plus lucrative endorsements, sponsorships, and the promise of prime playing time in Europe's most competitive leagues. It's a no-brainer, right? Well, not so fast. As much as the offer from Europe was enticing, Clark is having second thoughts.
Caitlin Clark has now broke that glass ceiling, and they should be bowing at her. She's going to create jobs and money.
And the WNBA is the reason why. After a monster rookie season where she shattered records, boosted TV ratings, and filled arenas across the country, the league is desperate to keep her. Losing Caitlin Clark after just one season would be nothing short of a disaster for the WNBA. So what do?
To hell with the WNBA. They're nothing. They're nobody. No one's watching.
They lost 50 minutes.
They've pulled out all the stops, putting together a counteroffer that just might be enough to make Clark reconsider everything. Let's dive into the WNBA's counteroffer, because this is where things get really interesting. Insiders are saying that the league is willing to break the bank to keep Clark. We're talking about a record-setting contract, marketing deals that would turn her into the face of not just her team, but the entire league, and even a slice of the league's revenue-sharing pie. That's right.
She's learned how to play the game, and she said I had to learn how to play the WNBA.
They're giving her a bigger cut of the money she's generating, which makes total sense considering she's the biggest draw the league has ever seen. But is that enough to keep her stateside? The real kicker here is that the money isn't the only thing Caitlin Clark is weighing. Sure, Europe's offer would make her a millionaire several times over.
As considered the marketing savior for the sport.
But Clark is also thinking about her legacy. And that's where things get tricky. If she goes to Europe, she'll dominate, no doubt. But would she become the global icon she could be by staying in the WNBA? Europe's leagues are growing fast, but they still don't have the same level of exposure as the WNBA. In the US, she's already a household name. Does she really want to walk away from that? But let's take a step back and look at why Europe is even on the table in the first place.
These women already, half the WNBA right now is overseas.
One word: officiating. Clark has been vocal about the issues she's faced in the WNBA, particularly when it comes to the physicality of the league. She's been hammered by defenders all season, with little to no protection from the refs. Cheap shots, hard fouls, and questionable calls have been a constant thorn in her side, and it's clearly worn her down. Could a move to Europe, where the officiating might be a bit more protective of star players, be the escape she's looking for?
so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough.
Then there's the fan base to consider. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a superstar. Her fan base is massive and loyal, and she's become a role model for young girls across the country.
She just really inspired me to do whatever I want, and I can do it.
If she leaves the WNBA, she risks alienating those fans who have rallied behind her from day one. Sure, they'll probably follow her wherever she goes, but the connection she's built with American fans is special.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Does she really want to throw that away for a bigger paycheck? That's the million-dollar question, or in this case, the multi-million-dollar question. Now here's where things get even juicier. The WNBA's counteroffer isn't just about money. Word on the street is that they're also giving Clark the chance to shape the future of the league.
And it wasn't to the degree of Caitlin Clark being on that basketball court and people watching her, but nevertheless.
Think about that for a second. If Caitlin Clark stays, she wouldn't just be playing basketball. She'd be revolutionizing the sport. The WNBA is reportedly considering giving her a seat at the table when it comes to league decisions.
Caitlin Clark, who you mentioned is a tremendous competitor, said herself that's the toughest team to make.
Allowing her to have a say in everything from marketing strategies to player contracts. This is unprecedented territory, folks. But wait, there's more. There's another wild card in this situation that could change everything. Rumors are flying that Ice Cube's Big 3 League has thrown a serious offer at Clark. Yeah, you heard that right. The league that's been making waves with its unique 3-on-3 format is apparently eyeing Clark as their next big star.
Caitlin Clark was assaulted yesterday in her very first playoff game in the WNBA.
The offer reportedly includes a massive contract and the opportunity for Clark to become the face of a league that's growing faster than anyone expected. Could Caitlin Clark be the player to take the Big 3 to the next level? It's definitely possible. At this point, Clark is at a crossroads. Does she take the European deal and secure her financial future? Does she stay in the WNBA and build a legacy that could rival the likes of legends like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird? Or does she go for the wild card and shake up the sports world by joining the Big 3?
In the WNBA through marketing this and that, I don't know what Kathy was talking about because
each option has its pros and cons, and the decision isn't as easy as it might seem. What makes this even more complicated is the fact that Clark's teammates are also playing a role in her decision. She's built strong relationships in the WNBA, and walking away from those bonds would be tough.
We're going to talk about Caitlin Clark. We got some new information regarding ticket demands to see the Indiana Fevers.
Her Indiana Fever teammates have rallied behind her all season, and they've publicly stated that they want her to stay. But at the same time, they know that Clark has to do what's best for her career. It's a delicate balance, and Clark is clearly feeling the pressure. And let's not forget about the fans. The WNBA fan base has embraced Clark like no other player in recent memory. Her jersey is flying off the shelves, and her games have been must-see TV all season long.
Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans, it is not all going in one direction.
If she leaves, the league is going to take a massive hit, both in terms of ticket sales and TV ratings. The WNBA knows this, and that's why they're pulling out all the stops to keep her. But will it be enough? Then there's the off-court opportunities to consider. Clark has already proven that she's a marketable star, and the offers are pouring in. From shoe deals to TV appearances, Caitlin Clark is quickly becoming one of the most recognizable faces in sports. Staying in the U.S. would allow her to capitalize on those opportunities in a way that playing in Europe might not. Sure, the European contract is massive.
No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better.
But would it give her the same platform to grow her personal brand? Probably not. And let's talk about the timing of all this. The WNBA is in the middle of a major growth phase, with TV ratings and attendance numbers on the rise. The league is banking on stars like Clark to take it to the next level, and losing her now would be a massive setback. But at the same time, the European leagues are also on the rise, and they're offering players like Clark the chance to be part of something big. It's a tough call, and Clark is clearly feeling the weight of her decision. In the end, it all comes down to this. Caitlin Clark is at a career crossroads, and whatever she decides is going to have ripple effects throughout the basketball world. If she takes the European deal, the WNBA will lose one of its brightest stars after just one season.
If Caitlin Clark somehow wins the WNBA championship this year,
if she stays, she'll become the face of a league that's on the verge of something special. And if she goes for the wild card and joins the Big 3, she could change the game in ways we've never seen before. One thing's for sure, whatever Caitlin Clark decides, it's going to be huge. The entire basketball world is holding its breath.
All I gotta say is she's lucky this UConn team isn't healthy. And that's a true statement.
Waiting to see what her next move will be. Will she stay? Will she go? Or will she do something completely unexpected? Only time will tell.
Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now.
Let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more WNBA topics and updates, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.